to that kind of affirmative action?
Certainly, our board is very much in favor of expanding relationships with minority vendors, woman-owned business, valley-owned businesses, and we've shown some fairly significant increase in expenditures in that whole area over the last several years.
Let me just comment briefly on that. I think that I like the approach that Victor has in relationship to it. But I think that for those who are overly concerned about that, I would not be concerned about it. Because usually if one door closes, there's another door to open up. So I wouldn't be, I would just prepare myself to become a very good business person. I think if corporate America will have a responsibility because we are consumers. I think the federal government has a responsibility because we pay a lot of taxes. And I think if necessary, that can be put on a table where it would make business sense to everybody. I mean, in some areas you have no control over, but there are others you have control over. And I think the areas we have control over, we should work those areas.
And we all can make a difference. And for example, in corporate America, it is very rewarding to me as an African American to create economic development in the Valley with minority businesses. That says that I can go out and sign contracts, and we can create jobs, and we can make a difference. So that says we all can make our contributions through entrepreneurship as well as in corporate America.
And I think what the two of you are saying is that even though there's quite a bit of negative talk in reference to affirmative action, that affirmative action has really demonstrated itself and that it's good for both the private sector as well as the government sector. Would that be a correct assessment in terms of what the two of you are saying?
Oh, sure. And plus it's not people make it a black or white issue. It's not that, it's good business, it's good economics. You know, if you get a return on your investment, if you got a product you can sell, if you expand that market, then it makes sense. Integration did that. Look what the integration did for the market as a whole. It expanded the market. And affirmative action has expanded the market. And it's made us, example, you know, we should be able to contribute to FISC. I'm a Harry. I want somebody to give me something where I can give to FISC. Give us an opportunity where we can create the kind of jobs and create the business where we can do it ourselves. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, we don't need, and this is what Victor's talking about. And this is, I'm glad to hear him say, he has a sense of pride in being able to create opportunities for African-American businesses. And that's the most beautiful thing in the world.
And it's great for corporate America because what happens is if I work with Carl and Jones to be more competitive, that means they're also going to be more competitive and create more jobs with other large corporations. I'd sell more power. Everybody wins in it. I mean, it's a win-win all over. And it simply says that, but corporate America has to be responsible. It has to recognize its investment in programs such as TMPC and the Impact Awards as, in fact, an investment in its future.
In other words, no matter what the words might be coming out of Washington, D.C., that those who are connected with the Tennessee Minority Purchasing Council in Tennessee should recognize the importance of what has been done by the Tennessee Minority Purchasing Council up to this point, and to even more support it now that there are these sort of negative things that are being issued in reference to affirmative action.
Yes, the TMPC has a long history of bringing corporate America with minority businesses, with educators, with civic leaders, to in fact create a very positive and successful business environment.
Now let's talk about the Impact Awards that will be held this coming week. Why don't you, Mr. Jones, give us as much information as you care to give in terms of the purpose of the awards and some of the other things that are connected with it. I think you've already indicated that you and Mr. King are serving as co-chairpersons of this event. But let's give our audience some information this morning, those who might wish to participate in this event over the next 2 or 3 days.
Well, I think the event itself, the purpose of it is to say thank you. Thank you to corporate America. And corporate America said thank you to Purchasing Council and for African-American minority business to do just the same thing. I think that's the primary purpose. People thrive on recognition. I think it's an opportunity to recognize those who have given unselfishly and given when they did not have to give. I think that's an opportunity it provides. I don't think we need to focus totally on the event itself that night because there are nights after that night. And that's just one night. But what has transpired to get us to that night is what's important. And that's the type of thing that Victor has been working on with his company throughout the year, networking, putting businesses together with the council, and creating opportunities and establish relationships with companies that he has trust and faith in,
Good.
where he can create jobs. As a result, it create opportunities for the community. So that's, now as far as the event, it's the
April 13th.
April 13th. And it's the cocktail hour is at 6. The gala itself starts at 7, and we'll be out there by 8:59 p.m. for sure.
Okay, so you'll be out, Mr. King.
Yeah, another significant part of the event that evening is that the TMPC Education Foundation will give scholarships.
Good.
So there'll be 2 fairly significant scholarships that will be awarded as part of the gala affair, and that's always a very satisfying occasion when we can reach out and provide an opportunity to one of the young kids in the community for higher education. So while it's a time to recognize the significant contributions of minority businesses in corporate America, in addition, it's a time to reach out and share with a needy individual in the community as far as higher education.
Let's, as a matter of fact, Mr. King, and I look around your head here, Mr. King, in order to catch my time here to find out how much time we have. But let's talk about that scholarship opportunities offered by the Tennessee Valley Authority.
No,
I mean by the Tennessee Minority Purchasing.
Okay, and again, the TMPC, through its Education Foundation, has a very formal process in which local high school students can, in fact, apply. They've applied thus far, and they've gone through a very rigid criteria to demonstrate why they're worthy of this acknowledgement, and the announcements for the 2 scholarships will occur. A $10,000 scholarship, and I think a $2,800 scholarship will be made the night of the gala.
So these are very substantial scholarships.